Hi, you're so welcome. So, this practice is a beautiful practice. It's the meditation for self-blessing and guidance by intuition. It's a really beautiful practice, and I'm so glad we're doing it for this last 10 days, but you can be doing it at any time. So, we're going to start just by warming up a little bit in the body, and as we're moving, I'll describe a little bit of what we're going to be doing. Actually, I'll describe it before we start. We're going to be sniffing in 8 parts, sniffing out in 8 parts, and then holding the breath out for 16. So we'll use the mantra Satanama. So as we sniff in, which stimulates the frontal lobe and into the higher centers, the pineal and pituitary gland, the higher glands. Inhale, Satanama, Satanama. Brief pause. And then exhale, Satanama, Satanama. And then we'll hold the breath out for 4 rounds of Satanama, 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 Satanama. Now, the key is that we have a sense of calm while we're holding the breath out. And so you may need to hold the breath out for only 2 rounds and build up to 4. Because what we don't want is that you're holding the breath out and that you're cultivating tension. I love this practice because for me, I found initially holding the breath out would create all this tension. And then I just built and cultivated the ability to be at ease. And it's very counterintuitive. Holding the breath out, the body wants to feel a panic with the lack of breath, especially on the out on the exhale. And so you're cultivating that ability to be at ease in a challenging situation. And with this practice, there's 2 parts. One is that you're cultivating that ability to, even when it's challenging and you're saying, I hate this, this is difficult, I can't do it. And that you're still able to do it and that you're kind to yourself. And the other part is because we're going to have our hands up throughout the whole time. If you take your hands down, that you don't for 1 minute think that you're failing or not succeeding, that we just build our ability over time. And so you're working on cultivating this strength and resilience as well as this self-blessing, right? So there's absolutely no failing. Just do our best, right? And so much of yoga is having these challenges and us having to face the challenge with equanimity, with calmness, and with kindness. Sometimes we say, no, that's not enough. I'm going to take a break or whatever it is. And we just build over time, okay? So we'll start with just a little bit of movement just to open up the shoulders and the spine and prepare us for the movement. So we'll start a little bit of Sukha grind. Inhale forward, exhale back. And when you're doing this practice, if you only have 11 minutes, then fast forward straight away to the point where we start the practice. And when I'm sending it out, I will tell you at what point that is. And drop in here. So being very present. Come off your cushion. And now switch direction. Take a deep inhale in the center. A long exhale. Hands to your shins. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And here, chin stays pretty much parallel with the floor. And you're moving particularly in the lumbar spine. Take a deep inhale. Pause, hold. Lift pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Really nice. So come back on your cushion if you stepped off it like I did. And we'll just do one breathing practice here. It's a really nice one for opening up the shoulders. So wrap your thumb with your fingers. Inhale back, elbows back. Exhale, cross your arms. Inhale back. And exhale, arms overhead. Okay, and alternate the cross each time. Inhale, draw the elbows back. Pause, hold, lift pelvic floor. Exhale, release. So we're going to come into this practice. So it's a really powerful practice. When we hold the breath out, we stimulate the upward flow of the Adana energy, which is the energy that normally flows downwards. So you're lifting this energy. The arms are going to be up overhead, about 4 to 8 inches overhead. The thumbs are relaxed and your fingers are facing towards each other. And so this is lifting the energy up towards your higher centers, cultivating that intuition. And so when we set the timer, we're going to go for 11 minutes. And you just do your best. For me, when I started doing these practices with the arms, you guys know the other one, relieve inner anger. And I would play tricks, which were very helpful, where I'd say, okay, I'm going to take 2 breaks during the 11 minutes. And then I'd say, right, that's fine. And then I'd say, okay, I'm only taking 1 break. And then I'd get longer and longer until I could do it. And so you'll find you're working with yourself and you'll find what works for you, right? And so have the feeling that you're going to be successful no matter what way it goes with your hands and your arms, because you're going to be blessing yourself and lifting the energy. So 8 sniffs in, 8 sniffs out, and then hold. And I'll do the first few rounds counting. So starting 8 sniffs in. Brief pause, 8 sniffs out. Hold it out. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. 8 sniffs in. Eight sniffs out. And hold it out. Keep going. And you may need to hold it out just for 2 rounds of Satanama. And that's fine. Okay, so we just build it. We work with where we're at. I'm going to move my mic so you can't hear me sniffing so loud. Sometimes it's distracting. Now take a deep inhale. Lift the chest. Open your arms. Look up with your eyes closed. Pause. Hold. And then exhale slowly. Bring your hands down. And sit very still. Drop in. Really sense that deep inner knowing. Allowing the energy have a sense of that deep state of inner clarity. A sense of the light within you. If you have time, stay here, meditating in this space, or lie down and let the energy stabilize. These practices are powerful for allowing us to let go of some of our more limiting ways of thinking, bless ourselves, to be guided by our intuition, that deep inner knowing. I hope you really enjoy this practice. Certainly being a beautiful practice for me in my life. Namaste.